Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening. 3 rounds scheduled in the 158-pound weight division. Your referee for this contest is Chris the Cannon Wagner. Introducing first, fighting in the red corner, he wears black with red trim. He weighed in at 156 1/2 pounds. His record, 2 victories against only 1 defeat. He represents Weapons 9. Fighting out of Old Bridge, New Jersey, TJ Hernandez. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears black with green lettering. He also weighed in at 156 1/2 pounds. His record, 1 victory against 1 defeat, representing Anderson's Martial Arts from New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Ramos.
All right, gentlemen, you got your instructions in the dressing room. Nice, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. In case of a knockdown, go to the neutral corner I tell you to go to. Remain inside, call you out. Any questions over here? Any questions over here? Fight fair, fight hard.
We are set for another excellent amateur affair here on Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Daniel Ramos takes on TJ Hernandez. We're off to a fast start here. Ramos wearing the neon green and blue trunks. Hernandez in the black and red. And Hernandez takes out the legs of Ramos. Hernandez loading up on the leg kicks. TJ Hernandez representing Weapons 9 Muay Thai in Middlesex, New Jersey. Trains under Chris Tran. Daniel Ramos out of Anderson's Martial Arts in Lower Manhattan. Of course, Dan Anderson in his corner.
Yeah, TJ's not letting the height of Danny Ramos get to him. Right now, Ramos, though, is using his height advantages. He's grabbing, he's working against that knee, those knees.
Hernandez takes a spill. Chris Cannon resets. First of a scheduled 3 in this amateur bout. Good combination up top from Hernandez. The shorter fighter, as Phoenix mentioned, was 5'8". Ramos stands at 5'11".
Nice big knee that lands by Danny. Oh, teep to the face. Oh, that big knee lands by Danny. You can see that one definitely hurt TJ. TJ buckled.
Hernandez in a bit of trouble here. He landed a good combination, then took a left hook and a knee to the midsection.
Danny's smart. You know, he is a little bit taller, but he's keeping his head up in the air, which is why TJ's been able to throw a few overhand shots. Referee gives TJ a warning about sticking his mouthpiece out of his mouth.
Good action as round 1 comes to a close. That round went back and forth a couple of times, Phoenix. Looked like TJ Hernandez was taking control. Then he ate a left hook and a knee to the midsection. Then it was Ramos, and then back came Hernandez.
Yeah, Ramos did is that he almost calmed TJ's energy down by grabbing him, holding him into the clinch, and then using his knees to kind of soften him up, slow him down a little bit. The one thing about a shorter fighter being a little bit below you and moving in is that you have the opportunity to grab for the clinch and then pull them down a little bit and pull them down even further and throw your knees. That's one good thing about the height advantage. Disadvantage, right, for being the shorter fighter, but it's also harder for the taller fighter to punch down. So he did a smart thing there by using his knees, which is the closest available weapon for the shorter fighter. To the shorter fighter, I should say.
And again, Daniel Ramos wearing the neon green trunks with navy blue. TJ Hernandez in the black and red, representing Weapons 9 Muay Thai. Hernandez dropping the gloves for just a moment after throwing a kick. Again, able to get that teep up to the face of Ramos for the second time.
TJ's a little hard to time too because he has that kind of frantic, fast energy. There's Ramos again looking for the clinch. TJ smarter there, having the body lock.
Ramos sticks a knee in.
Oh, nice big knees that land. Head kick, but was blocked by TJ's gloves. There's another knee that lands right to the left side. You can see that the body reddening on TJ on his left side.
Working very hard as he's pushed up against the ropes by Ramos. That being TJ Hernandez trying to smother the taller fighter. But Ramos getting a little bit of extension here.
And Ramos using his clinch. This guy has one underhook. Now he's the other underhook. He has the body lock. He's keeping TJ very, very close to him.
And what's the goal with that underhook, Phoenix, in terms of leverage? What does that do for you? You're looking to grab the body or come up under the arms and grab over the shoulders?
There's two ways to do it. You can use it for the body lock, but underneath the shoulders you have a little bit more control because the opponent can't pull his elbow down to try to break that guard. Your elbow position, your hand to elbow position can really help you almost scissor your way out.
Right hand lands for Ramos.
As you can see, what he can do is he can lift his arms up so that he can throw those knees. See, he lifts his arms up and he keeps his body open. The other fighter wants to pull his arms down so that you have less space to hit. You can see he's trying to bring his arms behind so he can break through that guard.
There's the bell in a hotly contested round number 2. A lot of clenching in that round. And how much of an energy expense is that to a fighter, Phoenix, as opposed to coming out like gangbusters and throwing nonstop blows? And you're grappling with a fighter in there and you're getting muscled up against the ropes and fighting for position. Is that more or less taxing than just throwing a lot of punches or kicks?
Well, when you're being controlled by your opponent, it's very taxing because you're fighting position and you're trying to get out. If you're very skilled at the clinch, you kind of like smoothly snake your way in and out to find optimal positions. It's like standing jiu-jitsu, right? It is exhausting, though, to really throw multiple knees and to also get hit with multiple knees. I mean, it softens and tender-ups the body. Your internal organs are there, your liver and your kidneys, especially when you're throwing outside knees. So it's exhausting and it's taxing. It's not a break like in boxing. Sometimes they clinch up to kind of hold and control. In Muay Thai, it's a lot of work.
So we've reached round 3. Hernandez comes out with a combo, but Ramos finds a home with a body kick. Ramos in the navy blue trunks with the neon green trim representing Anderson's Anderson's Martial Art Academy, I should say. Ramos comes in with a record of 1-1. TJ Hernandez out of Weapons 9, Muay Thai in New Jersey, a 2-1 record. Ramos lands a leg kick. Hernandez tries to answer.
Right, Danny's doing a good job of using the clinch for control. Right now he had the plumb position. Now he's somewhat what we call like a necktie. He's got a head and arm. With that head and arm, you see he has the opposite side very, very neutralized. TJ is having a hard time of getting Danny off. You can see him, he's trying to push him off with a cross block, which is cross face, putting your arm across and just letting him push the chin up off and away. But Danny's doing a good job of continuously changing his position so that he doesn't allow TJ to get out of this.
A lot of work being done in the clinch between these two fighters.
Yeah, you can see Chris Wagner is allowing the clinch to happen because they're both staying very active. TJ's, fighting to get out of the clinch. Danny's continuing to swim in and out of it, find those openings for his knees.
Did stick a good right knee in a moment ago, did Ramos. Final 30 seconds of a scheduled 3-round fight between Ramos and Hernandez.
Yeah, you can see with him, the body lock now, you'll see him hold him close, then pull him open a little bit so he can create some distance to throw a knee, and then hold him close again so that he can't respond.
Time winding down in round 3. Hernandez trying to create himself some space, but it's Ramos for the most part in control down the stretch of that third and final round. Excellent fight between TJ Hernandez and Daniel Ramos.
Yeah, it also looks very good to the judges when a fighter can control the other fighter with the clinch. It really is about control. It's about setting up what you want to set up.
A lot of different ways to score in fights like these. Usually looking for those clean blows, but terms when there's not a lot of action necessarily in terms of punches and kicks, it becomes a matter of who's the dominant force in the clinch.
Right, who's in control, who's active, who's pushing the action. There's a lot of things to look at.
So we go the distance here on Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Ariel Agami with Phoenix Carnivale from Lucky Strike Manhattan on the west side of New York City. A quick hello to our sponsors. In addition to Lucky Strike and Mohegan Sun, Budweiser, the King of Beers, Brooklyn Athletic Club, Fairtex, the Tourism Authority of Thailand, Fitmiss NYC, and the Scratch DJ Academy. Also, we are ready for the decision. Here's David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Daniel Ramos.
And you basically called it, Phoenix, because it was the man who dominated in the clinch that came away with a unanimous decision victory. I thought it was a little bit tighter than that, but evidently the judges really honing in on Ramos being able to control his opponent.
Yeah, he was able to land a lot of knees. You know, TJ had the left side of his body was really beat up, especially around the second round. You can see the redness and the swelling around that left side of his body. So, you know, people do take that into account.
Daniel Ramos improves to 2-1 with his unanimous decision victory over TJ Hernandez. This is Friday Night Fights.